Saturday.
How do I improve on last Saturday?
Team improve on last Saturday.
Oh, we got a lot we can improve on. I mean, you know, it's, as I said, it's never as good as it seems. I mean, we made a lot of mistakes in the game. You know, we had our quarterback got pressured a couple of times, even though we didn't give up the sacks. We didn't pick up a couple of twists like we needed to. You know, we missed a few plays in the passing game that I thought we could have made. Defensively, we busted a couple of times. We turned early in the game. They run a switch route, and we got one guy clamping, and it should have been a banjo, and you know, so we got mistakes that can cost us. We got some things we can clean up inside. There was a couple other sacks we should have had if we play a little better technique. There's things in special teams. We turn it over, fumble the ball. Ray's got to grow up in that regard. He's very talented. You know, we missed an extra point. I mean, there's a lot of things that we can improve on. But that game, as I tell our guys, yesterday's touchdowns don't win today's game. You know, last year's team doesn't win for this year's team. You know, it's all about this game and being great this Saturday, trying to find a way to be better in NC State. Last week is over.
Coach, you talked about the championship programs you've been on going back to when you were a player. How does the esprit de corps, the chemistry on this team compare to some of those teams? Are there some intangible characteristics that you see in common? Is it primarily just the leadership? Yeah,
they like each other. They like to practice. They like to prepare. They're an easy group to focus. Again, the leadership, I think that's always critical. The type of people that you have in that, you know, the veteran roles on your team is probably understated. But, you know, I think they appreciate each other. I think there's a genuine love for everybody on this team. It's one of the things I told them in the very beginning. The key to our season was to love your teammates, you know, serve your teammates. You know, have a great appreciation for a guy like Collins Malden, who's a fifth-year senior, who's our scout team defensive end, who gives great effort every single day, every day, and he's not going to play on Saturday. You know, have a great appreciation for that guy. You know, have maybe your role is whatever your role is. You know, bloom where you're planted. If you're a special teams guy and that's your role this year, then man, be the best at whatever it is you're doing. And so I think our guys have a good grasp for that. There's an unselfishness on this team that I like, you know, but there's an edge to these guys too. You know, they get after each other. They respect each other, but, you know, we'll have a scuffle here and there. They compete. I have to be careful sometimes because if I put the ball down, they're gonna go. I mean, this is a whoa group. We don't have to say sick them. These old boys, we gotta whoa them down a little bit because that's just how they're wired. And again, that's how we train them all year long. So that's what I like about these guys. And those are some of the characteristics that I think you have to have in place to win at a high level. I mean, you got to enjoy the preparation. I mean, you got to love the preparation. You can't just love game day. I mean, you have to be ready to go and understand that it's there's a price to be paid. You got to earn it.
Rushing for 416 as vindicating as it gets for the offensive line?
Vindicating? I don't know. Vindicating, I'm not sure I like that word. Satisfying. You know, I mean, it's fun to run for 400-something yards. These guys, I don't think they got to vindicate anything. These guys have played well all year. You know, I think that was the question coming into the season, and my comment at the beginning of the year was I think by December the strength of our team is going to be our offensive line. And it's just awesome to see it play out. I mean, we all those guys can play. We have never been in the situation we're in with offensive line. And they've just gotten better and better and better. And these are a bunch of young guys. And we got some other guys that are going to be, you know, coming in and joining this group. And then they're led by, you know, Mack and Norton and Gore. Those three guys have done a great job of leading this group. Jay and what he's done. So, you know, these guys, to be able to have first of all, it's never happened in the history of Clemson football, you know, to have a season where you threw for 400-something yards in a game and you had a game where you rushed for 400-something yards. I've never been a part of that, and it's never happened in 100-something years of Clemson football. So that's pretty doggone impressive to me. You know, you might think of Georgia Tech rushing for 400 yards, but you're not going to think of them throwing for 400 yards. Most teams aren't built to be able to do both. And to have a football team that has the ability to do what we need to do to win a game, whether it's run or throw, is a lot of fun to coach. But it all starts with those guys up front. You know, their ability to get the plan down each and every week, to protect, to create running lanes, and to see their confidence. And that, to me, you talk about chemistry, whoever asked it, that group right there, the chemistry of that room and the job that Robbie has done with them, tremendous.
Do you envision DJ Reader's role expanding this week?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's a great player. He's a starter for us, so, I mean, he's certainly going to continue to work his way in there more and more. I mean, you're talking about an elite guy at his position. He's an NFL guy, a guy that's played a lot of football, a ton of experience. I mean, we're not going to get worse by having him back, that's for sure.